How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Math Talino Grade 4 learners!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo
here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC.
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac.
Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
Broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
your partner in education this time of pandemic.
Alam niyo ba na ang jeep ay ang pinakasikat na uri ng transportasyon sa Pilipinas? May nagsasabi na ang pangalang jeep ay hango sa salitang jeepy na ang ibig sabihin ay general purpose or government purpose na naglalarawan ng military jeep na ginamit noong World War II. Pagkatapos ng digmaan, iniwan na ng mga sundalong Amerikano ang libu-libong jeep sa kalsada ng Maynila. Ang matibay at makulay na jeepney nga raw ay truly mestizo dahil sa half local at half foreign na katangian nito. Alam nyo na, yan ang jeepney.
The word boondocks, which is now part of the English language dictionary and vocabulary, comes from the Tagalog word bundok, meaning mountain. Catch Aral TarlakHenyo every Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. over Radyo Pilipino DCTC 828 and streamed live on Facebook page and YouTube channel of RTV Tarlac Channel 26. I am Jeremiah Gahutan, your English teacher broadcaster. Let's learn English together only here on Aral TarlakHenyo.
To our grade 9 learners. Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26. Simulcast over DZTZ 828 Radio Pilipino Tarlac. Streaming live also via Facebook page of RTV Tarlac Channel 26. I would also like to acknowledge our viewers via Converge Cable TV Channel 100. You are tuning in to our radio station, committed to serve quality education at the comfort of your homes. Broadcasting live here in Cebuana National High School, Pura Tarlac, by remote live broadcast. This is teacher Darlene W. Evangelista, your English 9 teacher broadcaster for this episode. To our dear listeners and viewers out there, join me for the next 25 minutes because we will be unlocking new knowledge and information that will surely be helpful to you. Our episode for today is for grade 9 English. So I am asking our grade 9 students to find a comfortable spot, far from noise, and listen carefully while participating in a fun learning activity. Be sure to have all the things you need for our lesson this afternoon. Prepare your pen and paper, your lecture notebook, and your activity sheets. As you listen and watch carefully, capture and list down the important information and ideas. Are you ready for today's lesson? I'm sure you are. Gear up, grade 9 learners, as we begin our exciting adventure with our topic for today. Our discussion for this afternoon is about the Quarter 4 MELC 2. React to a value judgment on critical issues that demand sound analysis and call for prompt actions. Our lesson focus, genre and related discourse features of a summary. After you have tuned in and listened thoroughly in our radio-based instruction, you will be able to define what a summary is, Recognize the parts of a summary and create a summary based on the text provided by following its qualities and features. This is the walkthrough of our lesson for today. What is a summary? What are the parts of a summary? Activity 1. What are the qualities and features of a summary? Activity 2 and 3. And what a summary should include and should not include. What is a summary? A summary is a comprehensive and objective restatement of the main ideas of a text, be it an article, book, movie, event, etc. Another definition of summary, according to the Oxford Dictionary, is a brief statement or account of the main points of something, and in our case, a text. Note, you simply report back what the writer has said, without making value judgment. Now, what are the parts of a summary? We have introduction, body, and conclusion. First, we have the introduction. A summary begins with an introductory sentence that states the text title, author, and the main point of the text as you see it. Begin with a sentence that includes proper citation of the author's name, the title of the article, and the main idea of the article. Next, we have the body. It introduces the main ideas of an article. The body is where the main ideas are developed, sources are brought in to support them, and the overall argument is made. Each paragraph within the body should revolve around one major idea and follow the basic guidelines of a paragraph. We have topic sentence, idea, support, and wrap up. The body paragraph should cover the main supporting arguments and the evidence that the author has used to defend them. Lastly, we have the conclusion. It summarizes the main idea and the underlying meaning of the article. Conclusions wrap up or tie together everything that's been said and give you a final chance to lay out your main ideas before the reader. For writing, in which summary is the sole purpose, here are some ideas that will help you write your conclusion. Number 1. Are there any connections or loose ends to tie up and will help your reader fully understand the points being made in this text? This is the place to put those. Number 2. This is also a good place to state or restate the things that are most important for your readers to remember after reading your summary. Number 3. You may want to simply paraphrase the author's concluding section or final main idea. Now, let's see if you understand the definition and the parts of a summary. Let's have Activity 1. Activity 1. Name it right. Directions. Read the statements carefully. Identify what is described by writing the letter corresponding to your answer in the space provided before each number. Or you may comment your answers here in our live broadcast. Here are the choices. A. Summary. B. Introduction. C. Body. And letter D. Conclusion. Listen carefully as I read the statement twice, and I will give you 5 seconds to answer each statement. Let's have number 1. It is a comprehensive and objective restatement of the main ideas of an article, a book, movie, event, etc. Number 1. It is a comprehensive and objective restatement of the main ideas of a text, an article, book, movie, event, etc. What is your answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter A, summary. Number 2. It introduces the main ideas of an article. Number 2. It introduces the main ideas of an article. What is your answer? You are right. The correct answer is letter C, body. Number 3. It is the overview of the article, which includes the author's name and the article's title. Number 3. It is the overview of the article, which includes the author's name and the article's title. What is your answer? Correct. The answer is letter B, introduction. Number 4. It summarizes the main idea and the underlying meaning of the article. Number 4. It summarizes the main idea and the underlying meaning of the article. What is your answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter D, conclusion. Did you get all the correct answers? Impressive, grade 9 learners. You did a good job in identifying what is being described in each statement. Now, let's move on to the features and qualities of a summary. So what are the features of an effective summary? An effective summary captures the most important information. An effective summary is highly readable. An effective summary can stand on its own. An effective summary is faithful to the original, and an effective summary is as concise as possible. Now, let's have the qualities of a summary. A good summary should be comprehensive, concise, coherent, and independent. A summary must be comprehensive. You should isolate all the important points in the original passage and note them down in a list. Review all the ideas on your list and include in your summary all the ones that are indispensable to the author's development of her or his thesis or main idea. A summary must be concise. Eliminate repetitions in your list, even if the author states the same points. Your summary should be considerably shorter than the source. You are hoping to create an overview, therefore, you need not include every repetition of a point or every supporting these details. Next, a summary must be coherent. It should make sense as a piece of writing in its own right. It should not merely be taken directly from your list of notes or sound like a disjointed collection of points. Next, a summary must be independent. You are not being asked to imitate the author of the text you are writing about. On the contrary, you are expected to maintain your own voice throughout the summary. Don't simply quote the author. Instead, use your own words to express your understanding of what you have read. After all, your summary is based on your interpretation of the writer's points or ideas. However, you should be careful not to create any misinterpretation or distortion by introducing comments or criticisms of your own. To those who just tuned in, you are listening to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over DZTZ 828 Radio Filipino Tarlac, and via RTV Channel 26 Facebook Live and Converge Cable TV Channel 100. This is Ma'am Darlene W. Evangelista, your teacher broadcaster in English on the topic Features of a Summary. Now, let's apply what you have learned about the features and qualities of a summary. Let's have activity number 2. Activity 2. Some are true and some are not. This is the direction. Write true if the statement is correct and false if otherwise. You may comment your answers here in our live broadcast. Number 1. An effective summary can stand on its own. Number 2. An effective summary captures the less important information. Number 3. An effective summary is as wordy as possible. Number 4. a summary must be coherent. And number 5, a summary must be comprehensive. I will give you 30 seconds to answer this. Time's up. Let's check your answers. Number 1. An effective summary can stand on its own. Is it true or false? Correct. The answer is true. An effective summary can stand on its own. Number 2. An effective summary captures the less important information. Is it true or false? Very good. The correct answer is false. An effective summary captures the most important information. Number 3. An effective summary is as wordy as possible. Is it true or false? You got it right. The answer is false. An effective summary is as concise as possible. Number 4. A summary must be coherent. Is it true or false? Very good. The answer is true. A summary must be coherent. And number 5, a summary must be comprehensive. Is it true or false? Correct. The answer is false. A summary must be comprehensive. That's it for our activity number 2. How well did you do with that? Did you get them all correctly? Very good, grade 9 learners. You are good in identifying the features and qualities of a summary. With that, let's have another activity. Activity number 3. Find my match. Directions. Read each plot summary of William Shakespeare's play, Romeo and Juliet, and then identify whether the paragraph refers to the introduction, body, and conclusion. Write A for introduction, B for body, and letter C for conclusion. Listen carefully as I read the paragraphs twice. I will give you 5 seconds to answer each paragraph. Write your answers on your activity sheets, or you may comment your answers here in our live broadcast. Number 1. The first half of the play, with jokes and love poetry, is more like a comedy. With the two teenagers, Romeo and Juliet, rush impetuously into love. But conflict, revenge, and secret plots create an intense pressure on them and lead the lovers to finally commit suicide in despair. Number 1. The first half of the play, with jokes and love poetry, is more like a comedy. The two teenagers, Romeo and Juliet, rush impetuously into love. But conflict, revenge, and secret plots create an intense pressure on them and lead the lovers to finally commit suicide in despair. What is your answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter B, body. Number 2. Shakespeare's play, Romeo and Juliet, is the world's most famous romantic tragedy. In this play, a long-lasting dispute between the Montague and Capulet family from the city of Verona causes the death of Romeo and Juliet. Number 2. Shakespeare's play, Romeo and Juliet, is the world's most famous romantic tragedy. In this play, a long-lasting dispute between the Montague and Capulet family from the city of Verona causes the death of Romeo and Juliet. What is your answer? You got it right. The correct answer is letter A, introduction. Number 3. Shakespeare compresses the action of the play to 4 days, By condensing the time frame, he indicates how the speed of events conspires to bring the two lovers to their tragic end. Conflict and implacable fate, the leading themes of the tragedy. Anticipate the play's conclusion, the death of Romeo and Juliet is a sacrifice, bringing the end to the bloody warfare between the noble families from Verona. Number 3. Shakespeare compresses the action of the play to 4 days. By condensing the time frame, he indicates how the speed of events conspires to bring two lovers to their tragic end. Conflict and implacable fate, the leading themes of the tragedy. Anticipate the play's conclusion, the death of Romeo and Juliet is a sacrifice, bringing the end to the bloody warfare between the two noble families from Verona. What is your answer? Correct. The answer is letter C, conclusion. Good job, grade 9 learners. Now, for you to be able to write a good summary, always remember this. Summary essays specifically should include an introduction, paragraph, a strong thesis statement that focuses on the main idea or purpose of the work, body paragraphs that support the thesis, and a conclusion paragraph that ties it all together. Again, always remember that summary essays specifically should include an introduction paragraph, a strong thesis statement that focuses on the main idea or purpose of the work, body paragraphs that support the thesis, and a conclusion paragraph that ties it all together. The don'ts of summaries. Summaries should not go into excessive details beyond the main ideas in the work. Summaries should not use examples, illustrations, or personal stories. Summaries should not include opinions about what you are summarizing. Summaries should not include lengthy quotes from the text. Summaries should not include phrases like "this work is about" or the awkward phrasing. Our lesson in English 9 has just ended. To add more spice, you may now start working on the activity number 4 by simply following the instructions. Directions: read the text provided below and create a summary. You make your own summary and be guided by the rubric for assessing your output. The article is entitled "What Global Warming Has in Common with COVID" by Thomas J. Phillipson. Here is the rubric that will help you use to grade your summary. We have 4 categories. We have content, organization, style. Under style, we have clarity and conciseness, and we have convictions. For content, 5 points if the summary includes only the most important information in the article. 3 points if the summary includes important information about the article. And 1 point if the summary includes some information from the article but includes some ideas that are not important. For organization, 5 points if the summary is well organized. It reflects the structure of the text. 3 points if the summary is organized and it shows an awareness of the form of the text. 1 point if the summary is not organized. For style, 5 points if the summary uses smooth, clear, and readable prose in a superior way throughout. No cliché or wordiness. It consistently uses effective words of choice. 3 points if the summary uses smooth, clear, and readable prose in a superior way throughout most of the paper. Few clichés and occasional wordiness. It consistently uses generally appropriate words of choice. 1 point if the summary lacks smooth, clear, and readable prose. It contains cliché and wordiness. It consistently uses generally ineffective words of choice. For convictions, 5 points if the summary is free from punctuation, spelling, or grammar errors. 3 points if there are 2 to 4 punctuations, spelling, or grammar errors. And 1 point if there are 5 and above punctuations, spelling, or grammar errors. Be guided with this rubric as you write your summary. If you have questions, please feel free to send me a message on my mobile number 0977-326-1132. I will repeat 0977-326-1132, and I'll address your concern right away. That's it for this episode. You really did a good job, grade 9 learners. I hope you learned something today. Before we end our session, let me share with you a quotation from Benjamin Franklin. It says, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." So dear learners, continue to strive learning new things because it will always pay off in the end. See you next episode on Thursday, May 26, 2022 at exactly 3 p.m. as Teacher Jeremiah Gaputan will discuss the topic Summary Language. Until our next learning discovery, only here in Aral TarlakHenyo, here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over DZTZ 828 Radio Filipino Tarlac. This has been your teacher broadcaster, Darlene W. Evangelista. Stay safe and God bless everyone.
Kabahagi mo Radyo.
Ang Asia-New Zealand Afforestation Project o ANZAP ay sumusunod at umaayon sa isa sa 5 haligi ng Provincial Government of Tarlac, Kalikasan muna.
Kilala na ang Mayantok naging summer capital of Tarlac. Doon, bundok at malamig, malinis. Ang ANZAP po ay natatangi dahil nandun po yung ANZAP Twin Falls na nag-iisang Twin Falls sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac.
Although Tarlac is landlocked, the province is teeming with natural resources and beauty, and we TarlakHenyos are the stewards of this bounty.
at Tarlac Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Poson para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac, kasalukuyang sumasailalim sa radio-based instruction. Katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Ang Tarlac po nangunguna po ngayon pagdating po sa radio-based instruction. Marami pong humahanga sa atin. I'm very happy this station, itong DCTC, could reach the whole of Region 3. hindi natin alam, we are contributing, we are creating a very big dent in the history of Philippine education. And I am proud, I am here in Tarlac. This is the noble cause of education in which you and I, without you knowing it, we are bound to do.
Project natin na Project Shine is a natural consequence dahil sa nangyari sa buong mundo. Let's continue to work together. I think it's very Filipino to practice bayanihan in anything or most of the things that we do. And this is a manifestation of that. No? We have private sector, we have DEPED, we have local government, all working together. And I hope the parents of some of these children, especially the parents that did not graduate from school or hindi nakapag-aral nung sila ay bata, sana naman gamitin na nila itong opportunity na mag-schooling na rin sila kasama ng mga anak nila para mag-bonding pati ang mga magulang sa mga bata. I look at this as doing God's work. Diba? So if you do God's work, it feels right. It's righteous. It's for good, not for evil.
Good morning and happy learning, grade 4. Welcome to
Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, channel 26.
Simulcast over DZDZ 828. Radio Filipino Tarlac.
I am Teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot. This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am Teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
Welcome sa ating Aral TarlakHenyo ng Schools Division of Tarlac Province. Hatid sa inyo ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26 at ng DZTZ 828 Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. Magandang araw! Narito na naman tayo, nagsisikap at nagpupunyagi na maging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Kumusta kayo mga ginigiliw kong mag-aaral? Ang aking pagbati at paghanga sa inyong patuloy na pagpupursigi sa patuloy na pag-aaral sa himpapawid upang matuto sa kabila ng hamon ng pagkakataon, ang COVID-19 pandemic. Ako ang inyong guro sa Araling Panlipunan Baitang Siyam, Binibining Kaguyahimi Tia Espiritu, broadcasting live mula dito sa bayan ng San Jose, Tarlac. Narito ako upang samahan at gabayan kayong maunawaan ang nilalaman ng ating aralin ngayong araw. Ngunit bago tayo magsimula sa ating talakayan, narito ang iilan sa mga paalala. Siguraduhin ninyong nasa isang lugar kayo ngayon na komportable at maayos na napapanood at naririnig ng ating broadcast. Matanong ko lang, nagmeryenda ka na ba? Mabuti naman, dahil nararapat lamang na may laman ang inyong mga tiyan upang mas maging alerto ang inyong pag-iisip at maayos na maunawaan ang ating tatalakayang aralin ngayong araw. Sa puntong ito, nais kong kunin ninyo ang inyong module sa Araling Panlipunan para sa ikalimang linggo sa ika-4 na markahan na may paksang mga patakaran at programang pangkaunlaran sa sektor ng agrikultura. Ihanda na rin ang inyong sulatang papel at ballpen upang maitala ninyo ang mga mahahalagang impormasyon o konsepto na aking mababanggit. Ang ating paksang aralin sa araw na ito ay ang mga patakaran at programang pangkaunlaran sa sektor ng agrikultura partikular sa mga batas tungkol sa lupa. Pero bago tayo magsimula sa ating panibagong talakayan, atin munang alalahanin ang ating aralin noong nakaraang episode. Natatandaan pa ba ninyo ito? Mahusay! Ito ay patungkol sa suliranin sa sektor ng agrikultura. At upang malaman po kung inyo pa itong nasasariwa, ating isasagawa ang isang gawain. Ito ay ating tatawaging hula-tula. Para sa ating panuto, basahing mabuti at ibigay ang nais iparating ng mga sumusunod na tula. Isulat ang letra ng iyong sagot sa sagutang papel. Maaari din ninyong i-comment ang inyong mga sagot sa comment section ng ating Facebook Live. Handa na ba kayo? Narito na ang unang tula. Kabahayay dumarami, mundo'y lumiliit, katubigay nalalason, pangisda ay nawawala. Anong nais iparating ng tula? A. Epekto ng populasyon sa pangisdaan. B. Mapanirang operasyon ng malalaking komersyal na mangisda. Ano ang iyong sagot? Kung ang iyong sagot ay A, magaling! Ikaw ay tama. Dumako tayo sa ikalawang bilang. Ako'y balot na balot, puno ng mga makukulay na palamuti, biglang hinubaran, hindi na binihisan. Ano ang nais iparating ng tula? A. Pagdagsa ng mga dayuhang kalakal. B. Mabilis na pagkaubos ng mga likas na yaman, lalo na ng kagubatan. Ano ang iyong sagot? Kung ang iyong sagot ay B, mahusay! Ngayon, dumako naman tayo sa ikatlong pila. Kay bilis magbago pakiramdam niya sa akin. Minsan siya'y malamig, madalas siya'y mainit. Ano ang nais iparating ng tula? A. Paggamit ng teknolohiya. B. Climate change. Kung ang iyong sagot naman ay B, climate change, mahusay! Dumako tayo sa ika-4 at panghuling tula. Mahirap na trabaho sa amin na ibigay, pagkain ng madla sa amin nakasalalay, buong lakas at kakayahan ay aming iniaalay, ngunit supli sa amin kapiranggot na kita lamang. Ano ang nais iparating ng tula? A. Pagbibigay prioridad sa sektor ng industriya. B. Kahirapan sa hanay ng mga mangisda at magsasaka. Ano ang iyong sagot? Kung ang iyong sagot ay B, mahusay! Pinabati kita dahil napatunayan mong lubos mo nang naunawaan ang ating nakaraang aralin. At ngayon, sa aking palagay, ay handa ka na para sa ating panibagong talakayan. Inaasahan na sa pagtatapos ng talakayan na ito ay inyong mabibigyang halaga ang mga patakarang pang-ekonomiya na nakatutulong sa sektor ng agrikultura, industriya ng agrikultura, pangingisda at paggugubad. At bilang paghahanda, sa lahat po ng mga magulang at mag-aaral sa ika-9 na baitang na nanonood at nakikinig sa ating broadcast, kung kayo po ay may mga katanungan o nais linawin ukol sa ating paksa ngayong araw, maaari kayong magbigay ng mensahe sa aking messenger. I-type lamang po ang Kaguyahimi Tia Espiritu o tumawag o mag-text sa numerong 0948-4147-336. Uulitin po ang numerong maaari ninyong tawagan, 0948-4147-336. At bilang paghahanda ay magkakaroon muli tayo ng isang panibagong gawain. Ito ay ating tatawaging larawan suri. Para sa ating panuto, suriing mabuti ang larawan na nasa ibaba at ipaliwanag ito batay sa iyong sariling pagkakaunawa. Handa na ba kayo? Narito na ang larawang inyong susuriin. Tapos nyo na ba itong nasuri? Kung gayon, atin namang pagnilayan ang ilang mga katanungan. Para sa unang tanong, ano sa iyong palagay ang ipinapakita ng larawan? Para naman sa ikalawang tanong, ano-ano ang mga batas tungkol sa lupa ang nalalaman mo? Ibigay ang mga ito at ipaliwanag. At para naman sa ikatlo at panghuling tanong, sa iyong palagay, bakit mahalagang magkaroon ka ng mahusay na kaalaman patungkol sa mga batas sa lupa? Ating malalaman kung tama ba ang inyong mga kasagutan sa ating pagpapatuloy sa ating talakayan. Sa puntong ito ay maaari na tayong magsimula sa ating talakayan. Sa loob ng matagal na panahon, hindi maitatanging naging isa sa may pinakamalaking ambag ang sektor ng agrikultura sa pagtataguyod ng ekonomiya ng ating bansa. Marami na ring mga batas at programa ang pamahalaan na ginawa upang mapalakas ang sektor ng agrikultura. Ngunit hindi maitatanggi ang mga kasalukuyang suliranin at kalagayan ng agrikultura at ng mga mamamayang dito umaasa. Ang mga suliraning kinakaharap nito ay bunga na rin sa mapang-abusong gawain ng mga mamamayan sa likas ng yaman ng ating bansa. Dahil dito, dapat nang mapag-ibayo ang implementasyon ng mga batas at programa sa sektor ng agrikultura upang masiguro ang kaayusan dito. Ano-ano nga ba ang mga batas na nakapaloob sa sektor ng agrikultura? Halina at samahan akong alamin ito. Bilang pagkilala sa kahalagahan at ambag ng sektor ng agrikultura, ang mga suliraning patungkol sa mga lupang pansakahan ay binigyang pansin ng pamahalaan at nagpatupad ng mga batas tungkol ito. Atin itong isa-isahin. Ang mga batas tungkol sa lupa. Unang batas ay ang Land Registration Act ng 1902. Ito ay sistemang torrent sa panahon ng pananakop ng mga Amerikano na kung saan ang mga titulo ng lupa ay ipinatalang lahat. Ang titulong torrents ay sistema ng pagre-rehistro ng titulo ng lupa na nagbibigay ng patunay ng pagmamay-ari sa pangalang nasa rehistro, na ipapasa ang pagmamay-ari ng lupa sa pamamagitan ng pagpaparehistro ng titulo sa halip ng ibang katibayan. Pinadadali nito ang transaksyong panlupa at ito lang ang kinikilala ng batas sa Pilipinas bilang suktulang katibayan ng pagmamay-ari. Hindi ito maaaring talunin ng anupamang dokumento o kasulatan. Sa Pilipinas, pinagtibay ng Philippine Commission ang Act No. 496 na kilala rin bilang batas sa pagpaparehistro ng lupa noong ika-6 ng Nobyembre taong 1902. Binuo ng batas na ito ang Court of Land Registration, ang mga opisina ng Registers of Deed, at ang institusyon sa bansa ng sistemang torrents sa pagpaparehistro. Sinimulang ipinatupad ito sa Pilipinas noong ika-1 ng Pebrero taong 1903. Ikalawang batas sa lupa ay ang Public Land Act ng 1902. Nakapaloob dito ang pamamahagi ng mga lupaing pampubliko sa mga pamilya na nagbubungkal ng lupa. Ang bawat pamilya ay maaaring magmay-ari ng hindi higit sa 16 na ektarya ng lupain. Ang ikatlong batas tungkol sa lupa ay ang Batas Republika bilang 1160. Sa ikatlong batas tungkol sa lupa, nakapaloob dito ang pagtatatag sa National Resettlement and Rehabilitation Administration o NARA na pangunahing nangangasiwa sa pamamahagi ng mga lupain para sa mga rebeldeng nagbalik loob sa pamahalaan. Kasama rin sa mga binibigyan nila ay ang mga pamilyang walang lupa. Sa ating screen ay mapapansin ninyo na noong nakaraang taon lang, noong buwan ng Pebrero ay pinamamadali ng pamahalaan ang paggawad ng mga lupain sa mga rebeldeng nagbalik loob. Dumako tayo sa ika-4 na batas, ang Batas Republika bilang 1190 ng taong 1954. Ito ay batas na nagbibigay proteksyon laban sa pang-aabuso, pagsasamantala at pandaraya ng mga may-ari ng lupa sa mga manggagawa. Pinangangasiwaan nito ang ugnayan ng mga nagmamay-ari ng lupa at ng mga magsasakang nangungupahan. At ang ika-5 batas naman ay ang Agricultural Land Reform Code. Ito ay simula ng isang malawakang reforma sa lupa na nilagdaan ni dating Pangulong Diosdado Macapagal noong ika-8 ng Agosto taong 1963. Ayon sa batas nito, ang mga nagbubungkal ng lupa ang itinuturing na tunay na may-ari nito. Kabilang din sa inalis ng batas ang sistemang kasama at ang pagbili ng pamahalaan sa mga lupang kinamnan ng mga magsasaka ay sinimulan. Ang mga lupang ito ay muling ipinagbili sa mga magsasaka sa paraang hulugan at katulad ng presyong ibinayad ng pamahalaan sa may-ari ng lupa. At ang ika-6 na batas naman tungkol sa lupa ay ang Atas ng Pangulo bilang 2 ng taong 1972. Ito ay tinatawag ding Land Reform Program. Bakit? Kasi itinadhana ng kautusan na isailalim sa reforma sa lupa ang buong Pilipinas noong panahon ni dating Pangulong Marcos. At ang ika-7 batas ay ang Atas ng Pangulo bilang 27. Ang batas na ito ay sinasabing magpapalaya sa mga magsasaka sa tanikala ng kahirapan at paglilipat sa kanila ng pagmamay-ari ng lupang sinasaka. Ang mga magsasaka ay binibigyan ng pagkakataong magmay-ari ng 5 hektarya ng lupa kung walang patubig at 3 hektaryang lupa kung may patubig. Ito ay kanilang bubungkalin. At ang ika-8 at panghuling batas naman tungkol sa lupa ay ang Batas Republika bilang 6657 ng taong 1988 o mas kilala rin bilang Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law o CAR. Ito ay inaprubahan ni dating Pangulong Corazon Aquino noong ika-10 ng Hunyo taong 1988. Ipinasailalim ng batas na ito ang lahat ng publiko at pribadong lupang agrikultural. Ito ay nakapaloob sa Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program o CAR. Ipinamamahagi ng batas ang lahat ng lupang agrikultural, anuman ang tanim nito sa mga walang lupang magsasaka. May hangganan ang matitirang lupa sa mga may-ari ng lupa. Sila ay makakapagtira ng di hihigit sa 5 hektarya ng lupa. At ang bawat anak ng may-ari ng lupa ay bibigyan naman ng 3 hektaryang lupa kung sila mismo ang magsasaka nito. Ang pamamahagi ng lupa ay isinasagawa sa loob ng 10 taon. Ngunit hindi sakop ng CARP o Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program ang ginagamit bilang una, ang liwasan at parke, mga gubat at reforestation area, mga palaisdaan, tanggulang pambansa, paaralan, simbahan, sementeryo, watershed at iba pa. At ang pagbabayad naman sa lupa ng pamahalaan sa mga may-ari ay isinasagawa sa iba't ibang paraan. Maaring magbayad ng salapi ng ilang porsyento at ang ilang bahagi ay panagot o bans ng pamahalaan. Ang lupain na higit sa 50 hektarya ay binabayaran ng 25% na salapi at 75% ay panagot o bans ng pamahalaan. Ang lupa naman na mayroong 24 hanggang 50 hektarya ay 30% na salapi ang ibinabayad at ang natitirang bahagi ay bonds ng pamahalaan. Isa pang paraan ay ang pagbibigay ng kredito sa buwis na binabayaran ng may-ari ng lupa. At yan ang mga batas tungkol sa lupa na nasa ilalim sa patakaran at programang pangkaunlaran ng sektor ng agrikultura. Muli, atin itong isa-isahin. Ang ating tinalakay ng mga batas tungkol sa lupa ay ang una, Land Registration Act ng 1902, ikalawa, Public Land Act ng 1902, ikatlo, Batas Republika bilang 1160, ikaapat, Batas Republika bilang 1190 ng taong 1954, ikalimang batas ay ang Agricultural Land Reform Code, ika-anim ay ang Atas ng Pangulo bilang 2 ng taong 1972. Ang ikapito ay ang Atas ng Pangulo bilang 27. At ang ikawalo at panghuling batas na ating tinalakay tungkol sa lupa ay ang Batas Republika bilang 6657 ng taong 1988 o mas kilala rin bilang Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law. At bilang sagot naman sa ating isinagawang gawain, narito ang ating kasagutan. Mahalagang mapag-ibayo ang implementasyon ng mga batas tungkol sa lupa upang masiguro ang kaayusan sa sektor ng agrikultura. Sa pamamagitan ng mga batas na ito ay mapangangalagaan ang tamang paggamit sa mga lupang agrikultural at ang mga karapatan ng mga manggagawa sa sektor ng agrikultura. Sa tulong ng ating pag-aaral na ito ay magiging mulat at responsable tayo sa paggamit at pagsasabuhay ng mga batas tungkol sa lupa na nakapaloob sa ating sektor ng agrikultura na magiging daan tungo sa pambansang kaunlaran. At dito na muna nagtatapos ang ating talakayan patungkol sa mga patakaran at programang pangkaunlaran sa sektor ng agrikultura, partikular na sa mga batas sa lupa. Pero para makasiguro ako na kayo ay talagang nakinig at naunawa ng ating talakayan, ay magkakaroon tayo ng isang maikling gawain, ang maramihang pagpipilian. Ihanda ng inyong ballpen at sulatang papel. Maaari din ninyong i-comment sa ating comment section sa ating Facebook Live ang inyong mga kasagutan. Handa na ba kayo? Para sa ating unang tanong, aling batas nagbibigay proteksyon laban sa pang-aabuso, pagsasamantala, at pandaraya ng mga may-ari ng lupa sa mga manggagawa? A. Land Registration Act ng 1902, B. Public Land Act ng 1902, C. Batas Republika bilang 1160, D. Batas Republika bilang 1190 ng 1954. Dumako tayo sa ikalawang bilang. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng CAR? A. Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law, B. Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Land, C. Community Agrarian Reform Law, D. Community Agrarian Reform Land. At sa ikatlong bilang naman, narito ang tanong. Aling batas na nagsasaad ng pamamahagi sa mga lupaing pampubliko sa mga pamilya na nagbubungkal ng lupa? A. Land Registration Act ng 1902, B. Public Land Act ng 1902, C. Batas Republika bilang 1160, D. Batas Republika bilang 1190 ng 1954. Dumako tayo sa ika-4 na tanong. Aling batas ang nagsasabing ang mga nagbubungkal ng lupa ang itinuturing na tunay na may-ari nito? A. Atas ng Pangulo bilang 27, B. Atas ng Pangulo bilang 2 ng taong 1972, C. Agricultural Land Reform Code, D. Land Registration Act ng 1902. At sa panglima at panghuling tanong, ano ang ibig sabihin ng CAR? A. Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. D. Comprehensive Agricultural Reform Program. C. Community Agriculture Reform Program. D. Community Agrarian Reform Program. Tapos na ba ang lahat? Nasagutan niyo ba ang lahat ng mga katanungan? Kung gayon, atin nang iwasto ang inyong mga kasagutan. Narito ang mga tamang sagot. Ang sagot sa unang bilang ay letter D. Batas Republika bilang 1190 ng taong 1954 ang nagbibigay proteksyon laban sa pang-aabuso, pagsasamantala at pandaraya ng mga may-ari ng lupa sa mga manggagawa. Sa ikalawang tanong naman, ang sagot ay ang letter A. Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law ang ibig sabihin ng CAR. Dumako tayo sa ikatlong tanong. Ang batas na nagsasaad sa pamamahagi ng mga lupaing pampubliko sa mga pamilya na nagbubungkal ng lupa ay ang Public Land Act ng 1902, letter B. Sa ikaapat naman, ang batas na nagsasabing ang mga nagbubungkal ng lupa ang itinuturing na tunay na nagmamay-ari nito ay ang letter C, Agricultural Land Reform Code. At sa panglima at panghuling tanong, ang ibig sabihin ng CARP ay letter A, Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. Ilan ang nakuha ninyong tamang sagot? 5? 4? Magaling! Masaya ako dahil sa inyong masigasig na pag-aaral. At doon naman sa mga hindi nakakuha ng maraming score ngayon, huwag mag-alala. May mga susunod pang pagtatalakay ang ating mga teacher broadcaster sa economics. Gaya na lamang ng susunod na talakayan na ihahatid sa inyo ni Binibining April Honey A. Melocotones, kung saan inyong ipagpapatuloy ang pagtatalakay sa mga patakaran at programang pangkaunlaran sa sektor ng agrikultura. Isang paalala lamang, maaaring ipasa ang nasagutang module sa itatakdang lugar, araw at oras ng pagkuha at pagsasakuli ng module ng inyong mga guro. Ang inyong mga magulang o guardian lamang ang maaaring pumunta sa lugar na sinabi ng pagpasa ng inyong mga nasagutang module. At sila rin ay inaasahang sumunod sa ating mga health protocol, gaya na lamang ng pagsusuot ng face mask, face shield, paghuhugas ng kamay, at pagsunod sa physical distancing. Inaasahan ko na kayo ay natuto sa ating talakayan ngayong araw. Muli, ako ang inyong guro sa Aralin Panlipunan Baitang Siyam, Binibining Kaguyahimi T. Espiritu, broadcasting live mula dito sa bayan ng San Jose, Tarlac, na nagsasabing ang pag-aaral ng Araling Panlipunan ay daan tungo sa pagiging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig at maging ligtas ang bawat isa. Hanggang sa muli!
Para sa'yo, ano ang COVID-19?
Virus.
Malungkot.
Pagkawala. Pandemya.
Ito isang pahirap.
COVID-19 para kanya kat peligro.
Sa nga pandemic, makurit nga magka-pandemic kaya makaradlok ito nga sakit halimbawa sugod ito yung virus nga nakasulod na aton, delikado ito parte ang mga tao.
Pandemic, ngayon para kumbaga dapat ito nga distruso habang ko sa kalibutan.
Ikaw, paano ka makakatulong?
Para makuha natin ito nga mga pandemic, kinakailangan po protocol, social distancing, nganhin, may face mask.
Make sure na itamang prepare nga food, naka-guidelines siyahan
cleanliness, tapos pinapalo naman itong social distancing.
So kada kung driver ako, amo, nagkong kamihin mga barrier para sa motor, para proteksyon gihapon, birila para akong pati nga tatakong pamilya.
Makatulong nga maiwasan iti COVID-19, iti pamamagitan iti pagsunod ko, iti health protocol kan hanak arumwa DJ balay mi. Sa gagayam ni Peter Amigable, salamat.
Alam niyo ba na ang Pilipinas ay mayroong 7,641 islands? Mula sa bilang na 7,107 islands, nadagdagan ito ng 534 na isla noong 2017. Tanging 2,000 lamang sa mga islang ito ang natitirhan. Alam niyo na! Yan ang mga isla sa Pilipinas.
How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Math Talino Grade 4 learners!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo
here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC
Radio Filipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac.
Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
Broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
Your partner in education this time of pandemic.
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo, here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26, simulcast via DZTC 828 Radio Filipino Tarlac. This is Almi O. Adrias, your teacher broadcaster in TLE, Home Economics, Grade 9 Front Office Services, broadcasting live here at Stipona, Pura, Tarlac. Will teach you an exciting lesson today. I would like to invite you to join us in a new learning experience at home. At this point, I want you to prepare your self-learning module, as well as your pen and paper, so that you can take down notes and pointers to remember as we go along with the lesson. Are you ready, my dear learners? Great! Let us begin. I hope you are excited to learn something new today. Be sure that you are in a comfortable place and free from unnecessary noise so that you can focus and listen to our lesson very well. And for your attendance, just type your name, section, and name of your school in the chat box if you are watching via Facebook Live. For the information of everyone, this session is recorded so that I can always review the content of the chat box and including your messages. Before we proceed to our next topic, let's have a review of our previous lesson. Do you still remember our topic last meeting? Very good. Last time, we tackled about handling guest complaints. Class, do you still remember how to handle guest complaints? Now, let us recall. Handling guest complaint, always remember the acronym word HEAT. H for hear the complaint of the guest. E for empathize with the guest. A for apologize to the guest. And T, take action and be responsible for the complaints. Always take care of yourself, personally and professionally. Remind yourself of the situation, not the person, even when a guest's emotions feel directed right at you. Do your best to separate the response from yourself as an individual. Is the lesson clear to everyone? Excellent! It seems that you have learned a lot from our last meeting. With that, we can now proceed to our lesson for today. Let us begin our session with an engagement part. Let us play a game. This game is called Read Me. Okay, here are the mechanics. Everyone is allowed to arrange the scrambled letters and answer it. I will show you the scrambled letters to form a word. I will give you 60 seconds. The answer may be expressed through chat box. So, I want you to carefully look on the scrambled letters. Okay, let's have an example. Word number 1. Okay, did you get the correct answer? Okay, the answer is front office. Now, it's your turn, learners. Are you ready? Okay, let us start. Next word. Okay, if your answer is welcome, you got it right. Next word. Okay, the answer is arrival. You are absolutely right. Next word. Okay, so the answer is luggage. Very good. Number 4. Okay, the answer is front desk. Number 5. Court desk. Okay, so the answer is escort. And last but not the least, GEUST. Okay, so the correct answer for that is guest. So, take note. These words, class, are front office, welcome, arrival, luggage, front desk, escort, and guest. So take note on those words, class. Learners, did you enjoy the game we played? All right. Do you have any idea of what will be our lesson for today? Okay, exactly. This word will lead us to our topic. Our topic for the day is handle guest arrivals, welcome and escort guests to front desk. Now, class, that we've already knew our topic for today, we can now proceed to the next part of this lesson. Let us unlock some key terms which we should familiarize in the entire period. Unlocking of difficulties. Front office, welcome, arrival, luggage, front desk, escort, and guest. The first term is front office. The term front office has a more specific meaning in certain industries, primarily investment banking, hotels, and sports. In the hotel industry, the front office specifically refers to the area where customers first arrive at the hotel. Second word, welcome. An instance or manner of greeting someone. Next word, arrival. The act of someone or something that reaches a place or comes into existence. A person or thing that reaches a place. Okay? Luggage, suitcases, or other bags in which to pack personal belongings for traveling. Front desk, the main desk at a hotel or motel for checking in or out and handling requests from guests. Escort, a person or group accompanying another for protection. And last word, guest, a person who is staying in a hotel. Before we proceed, let me share you the objectives of today's discussion. One objective, identify the steps on how to welcome guests warmly and courteously. Number two, explain how to escort guests promptly on arrival to the appropriate area for registration. 3. Demonstrate how to assist guests with luggage. 4. Analyze the importance of learning new knowledge that is applicable in daily lives. Now, let us start our discussion on how to welcome and escort guests to front desk. I know that you are already familiar with the different hotel staff because we already discussed this last quarter. Am I right? Okay, great. Who among you can tell me the different hotel staff and their duties and responsibilities? Can you name those? So, let us see if that is correct. Hotel staff are individuals performing services in the name of the hotel. Hotel staff members do whatever makes guests comfortable, including taking reservations, cleaning guest rooms, planning parties, and maintaining the building. If you love working with people, a hotel job may be perfect for you. Door greeter welcomes guests as they arrive at the hotel. Front desk, a professional who is the first point of contact for all customers of a business. They also answer phone calls, assign guest rooms, hand out room keys, collect payment, and provide guests with information about local amenities. Bellman handles all luggages of guests. Bellmen are responsible for handling luggage and other items for guests as they check into out of a hotel. They also help in transporting this item to and from guest rooms, either by cart or by carrying them on their shoulder. Do you have any questions and clarifications about the different hotel staff and their duties and responsibilities? Okay, great. Let us now proceed with the steps on how to welcome and escort guests to front desk. First step, make guests feel welcome. To make guests feel welcome, let us remember the following. Smile. You must extend a warm welcome to your customers with a smiling face. A welcoming smile sets people at ease. So, you always want to smile at customers when you make eye contact with them. Make eye contact. Eye contact is such an important part of making a good first impression. The eyes are said to be the windows of the soul, as they can tell you a lot about a person. Greet the guests. First impressions can make or break a guest experience, and the way in which you are greeting guests is very important as it is the first point of on-site contact. Your greeting is a way of making a hotel guest feel at home right away, so make sure you make it count. Open the door for the guest. Always greet the guest first. A very enthusiastic greeting can mean a good impression. It's a way of starting conversation and breaking down barriers established by the unknown, and is an opportunity to connect with people that can bring about great results and create a personal bond. And last pointers to remember, always ask, how may I help you? If they need help. Okay, so let us proceed now to the second step on how to welcome and escort guests. Number 2, open the door for arriving vehicle. Assist every person who comes out of the vehicle and greet him or her according to your property standard. The third step, unload luggage for checking in guests. In unloading luggages, there are some pointers to remember. Pointer number 1, lift luggage using safe lifting and bending techniques. Pointer number 2, handle luggage with utmost care. And pointer number 3, load luggage to the trolley properly. And always remember, in unloading luggage, let us always remember the 3 pointers. Lift luggage using safe lifting and bending techniques. Handle luggage with utmost care. Load luggage to the trolley properly. And for the fourth step, escort or direct the guests to the front desk. Assist guests in their luggage towards front desk. If they refuse, direct the guests to the front desk. A welcome goes beyond words. It creates a feeling of caring and gives a sense of pleasure. A sincere welcome reaches out and positively pulls guests into the hospitality environment they have chosen and makes guests feel like they have made a good choice. The first impression that the guest gets from the hotel will last, and the hotel needs to make sure that a guest who stays for the first time in the hotel will get all relevant information in an effective way while he is escorted to his room. In any hospitality environment, the spirit of welcome is so important in creating a strong foundation for the guest experience. Each person, each point of contact can add so much to the welcoming experience for guests. Do you have any clarification or additional information? It seems that you really understand the topic. Okay? My dear students, are you still with me? So let's have an activity to deepen your understanding on the different hotel staff and their duties and responsibilities. The activity is entitled Guess Who? I will show you a picture and you will guess whose hotel staff is in the picture. Again, you may send your answer through Messenger or in the comment section. Okay, learners, let us start. Number 1, or picture number 1. Welcomes guests as they arrive at the hotel. The answer, door greeter. Next picture, a professional who is the first point of contact for all customers of a business. Answer, front desk. Handles all luggages of guests. Answer, bellman. For those who got a perfect score, congratulations! You did a great job. Let's have a recap on the steps on how to welcome and escort guests to front desk. Number 1 step, make guests feel welcome. Number 2, open the door for arriving vehicle. 3, unload luggage for checking in guests. 4, escort or direct the guest to the front desk. Your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card. How you leave others feeling after having an experience with you becomes your trademark. A positive first impression is a vital start to building a relationship with a potential client. You do not often get a second chance. It is said that when making a great first impression, the first 5 seconds are key. This tiny amount of time will create a lasting impact and forge the direction of our relationship. A warm and sincere welcome gives a sense of caring and makes people feel appreciated, as well as making them feel that they have made a good choice in using a business in preference to others. Are the steps on how to welcome and escort guests to front desk is clear to everyone? Do you have any questions? Okay, since there is none, let's proceed to evaluation. Okay, quiz time. Now, my dear learners, I would like you to get a sheet of paper for a short quiz. The type of test or quiz is sequencing. Arrange the following steps on how to welcome and escort guests to his room. Write the corresponding sequence number 1, 2, 4 on the space provided. And you have 30 seconds to answer. Learners, are you ready? All right, here are the questions. Okay, this is it. Are you ready to check your answers? Here are the correct answers. Steps on how to welcome and escort guests to front desk. First step, make guests feel welcome. Second step, open the door for arriving vehicle. Third step, unload luggage for checking in guests. Fourth step, escort or direct the guest to the front desk. Did you get all the correct answers? Okay, count the number of your correct answer. For those who got a perfect score, excellent! Job well done. For those who got 2, very good. Keep up the good work. But for those who got 1 or below, still, you're good and thank you for trying. So you can get your module and review your answer. I would like to say thank you everyone for participating in today's discussion. I do hope that you have learned something new today that will for sure be used in the future times. I will be glad to be with you again on our next episode and another exciting topic. I hope you realize now how important the steps on how to welcome and escort guests to front desk. If you have questions about our lesson, just PM me or text me on my Globe number 0945-579-6491. I am very much willing to answer your questions to our topic. Again, Project Shine Aral TarlakHenyo, brought to you by the Department of Education, Division of Tarlac Province, in cooperation with RTV Tarlac and DZTZ 828 Radyo Filipino Tarlac. This is Teacher Almi of Tarlac National High School from TLE Department. Before I will end up this episode, I would like to end up by saying, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. By Lynn Pernil. Thank you so much, my dear learners, for staying with me. Always remember that in TLE, we aim for knowledge, skills, and progress. God bless us all. And once again, this is Teacher Almi of Tarlac National High School signing off.
Alam niyo ba na ang kinikilalang Guinness Book of World Records holder bilang pinakamaliit na commercially harvested fish ay isang sinarapan? Ito ay matatagpuan lamang sa Pilipinas, sa Lake Buhi sa Bicol River. Isa itong uri ng goby na may transparent na katawan na may sukat na 12.5 mm. Alam mo na, yan ang sinarapan.
Land Afforestation Project o ANZAP ay sumusunod at umaayon sa isa sa 5 haligi ng Provincial Government of Tarlac, kalikasan muna. Although Tarlac is landlocked, the province is teeming with natural resources and beauty, and we TarlakHenyos are the stewards of this bounty.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid
Aral TarlakHenyo
Sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
At sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito sa Porok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac.
sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro, na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Alam niyo ba na ang kinikilalang Guinness Book of World Records holder bilang pinakamaliit na commercially harvested fish ay isang sinarapan? Ito ay matatagpuan lamang sa Pilipinas, sa Lake Buhi sa Bicol River. Isa itong uri ng goby na may transparent na katawan na may sukat na 12.5 mm. Alam mo na, yan ang sinarapan.
Blessed and good afternoon, Tarlac Province and Grade 9 learners. You are still watching Aral TarlakHenyo, a school on the air program here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26. Simulcast over DZTC Radio Filipino 828. You can also watch us live via our Facebook page at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26. Hello there, graders. I am your teacher broadcaster, Ma'am Josema Estrada, and I will be giving you a fun and exciting learning experience in physical education 9. Before we begin for today's session, may I just give you some reminders for a wonderful and meaningful learning experience. Find and be in a place that you feel comfortable and can move. Bring with you your pen, a clean sheet of paper, and your activity sheet. And please pay full attention during our discussion. And if you have questions or clarifications, feel free to send us your message to the comment section in our FB Live, or you may ask your MAPE teacher.
To begin with our session today, let us go back with your previous lesson with Sir Ramil about active recreational activities. Let's see who did a great job in remembering our past lesson. Okay, let's start. Activity 1. Identify what is being described in the given statements. Write your answers on the space provided in your activity sheet. Number 1. The way you live your life in an everyday basis is called blank. If you answered lifestyle, then you are correct. Number 2. Activities that you voluntarily participate in during your free time are blank. What is your answer? If you answered recreation, then you are correct. Number 3. Time for enjoyment and relaxation is called blank. If you answered free time, then you are correct. Number 4. Two concepts of recreation are active and blank. If you answered passive, you are correct. Number 5. An estimate of how much you should weigh depending on your height and body frame. What is your answer? If you answered weight range, you are correct. How was your score? If you got all 5 correct answers, then you did a great job. It only shows that you remembered our past lesson and you are ready for our next topic. For today, we continue the discussion on active recreation. But before that, let me first ask you a question. After studying and doing household chores, what have you been doing with your leisure time? Are you watching TV with your favorite movie while eating your favorite food? Or holding your mobile phone for an hour while surfing the internet? There's no wrong with that, if that's how you enjoy your free or leisure time. But isn't it better if you spend it having what we call active recreation? Being active would mean getting yourself into physical activities such as sports and dances. Furthermore, engaging in physical activity is one big step that you can do to start changing your lifestyle into a more healthy and active one. If you could still remember, we have 2 types of recreation: the active and passive recreation. It embraces both indoor and outdoor activities. And for today's topic, we're going to give more emphasis on active indoor recreational activities. At the end of our lesson, you should be able to identify indoor recreational activities, value the importance of being holistically healthy through its benefits, and build healthy and active lifestyle in having active recreation. Before discussing what is indoor recreational activity, let us have first the meaning of indoor. Indoor means situated, conducted, or used within a building or under cover. With this definition, can you now guess what indoor recreational activity is? Okay, indoor recreational activity is an activity that can be done or performed inside the room that requires lesser space. These are activities that you do for fun and enjoyment in the comfort of your home, the gym, or any covered area. Another meaning is, indoor recreational activity is an activity done with facilities within an enclosed building for sports, active recreation, performing, and cultural arts. Given these points, we consider recreation as indoor when the activities within the premises of our comfort zone at home or inside a building. Moving on to our discussion for today, let us have first activity 2. Let us see if you can identify the following indoor sports activities. Write your answer on the boxes provided. Please see your activity sheet now. Number 1. This sport activity has 9 letters. Based on the given pictures, what is your answer? Badminton. Yes, you are correct. Badminton games are held inside the gym to avoid the effect of air in the flight of the shuttle. The equipment players need are a racket and a shuttlecock to enjoy the game in a court. The game requires the skills in service, strokes in hitting the shuttle such as smash, drop, lob, or clear, and net shorts, and power of the leg in footwork. A game is won when a player reaches a score of 21 points. In case of a deuce, 20 all, one has to gain a 2-point advantage over the other. But in case of a 29 all score, the first to reach 30 will win the set. A match is won by winning 2 out of 3 sets. That is badminton. For number 2, it has 7 letters. Based on the given pictures, what do you think is this game? If you answered bowling, you are correct. Bowling is a fun and entertaining sport that consists of rolling a heavy ceramic ball down a lane with the ultimate goal of knocking down as many pins as possible. Played in bowling alleys, the game consists of throwing a heavy ball, or I should say, the game consists of throwing a heavy ball, often weighing 10 to 16 pounds, down a wooden lane to knock over a set of 10 wooden pins set in the form of triangle. A single game in bowling consists of 10 frames, with each frame consisting of 2 chances to knock down 10 pins. A goal of bowling is simple: to knock down as many pins as possible. The more pins you knock down, the more points you score. Each pin you knock down earns you a point, while you can also score extra points by hitting strikes or spares, and that makes you a winner of the game. If you wanted to play this, you can find this game in malls or famous places that offers complete equipment to enjoy the game. You can have in Araneta Avenue, Elaines in Green Hills, SM Bowling and Leisure Centers, and in Astro Ball in Alabang. But let me just remind you, wear your mask and keep distance. Let's proceed to number 3. On the given pictures, what do you think is this game? Yes, you are correct. Volleyball. I know that some of you is familiar with this game. Volleyball is a team sport with 6 players in each side of the court with 9 by 18 meters. You're able to send the ball over the net and avoid it from grounding into your own court. A ball, net, and a court are needed to play the game. The players need skills like service, volleying, setting, spiking, and blocking to enjoy much of the game and gain its fitness benefits. Scoring follows a rally point system. A game is won in a 2 out of 3 sets. A set is won by reaching a score of 25. In case of a deuce, a team should have a 2-point advantage over the other. And that is volleyball. Moving on to number 4, this game composed of 2 words, 5 letters, and 6 letters. Based on the given picture, what do you think is this game? If you answered table tennis, then you are correct. Have you tried this game already? If yes, it's very good. Table tennis is one of the most popular indoor sports around the world. It is played on a rectangular table with a net in the middle that splits the table into 2 halves. Each half has a vertical marker line in the middle that split the half into 2 boxes. A table tennis table is 2.74 meter long and 1.5 to 5 meter wide. It is raised 76 centimeters above the floor. The players play by hitting a lightweight plastic ball back and forth across the table using a small racket, also called a bat or a paddle. Table tennis matches are played in best of 7 sets format, where player who first wins 4 sets wins the match. Each set is played for 21 points and has to be won with a 2-point differential. If a player reaches 21 without a 2-point differential, the match continues until one player gets a 2-point lead. For our last number, let us have number 5. Based on the given pictures, what do you think is this sport activity? Very good. This is basketball. Most of you are very familiar with this sport activity. Let us see how it is being played. Basketball is a team sport in which two teams, most commonly of 5 players each, opposing one another on a rectangular court, compete with the primary objective of shooting a basketball approximately 9.4 inches or 24 centimeter in diameter to the defender's hoop, a basket of 18 inches, 46 centimeter in diameter mounted 10 feet of 3.048 meter high to a backboard at each end of the court, while preventing the opposing team from shooting through their own hoop. The only essential equipment in a basketball game is the ball and the court, a flat, rectangular surface with baskets at opposite ends. As we can in the competitive levels, it requires the use of more equipment such as clocks, score sheets, scoreboards, alternating possession arrows, and whistle-operated stop clock systems. Skills needed to play basketball are dribbling, passing, shooting, and defending. Winning a game of basketball is pretty simple. Score more points than your opponents in the allotted game time. If the scores are tied at the end, then an extra quarter will be played until a winner is found. Alright, who among you got 5 correct answers? I wanted to say you are excellent. Badminton, bowling, volleyball, table tennis, and basketball are just some of the indoor sports activities that you can have. You can also do the following activities for active recreation, namely futsal, boxing, martial art, and swimming. It's up to you what do you enjoy and prefer the most. Now, you may be thinking what sport activity you'll be doing and being excited to learn more about the following games. But there are no available equipment that you can use, and you will find this as a hindrance from doing it. There is an alternative indoor recreational activities that you can have. Moving on to our discussion, I will introduce you now to that recreational activity. For those who loves and enjoys the beat of rhythm and movement, they will surely enjoy it. As we move on to our discussion, let's see first what is alternative recreational activity. It simply means a substitute recreational activity. Thus, if you have no available equipment for table tennis or such indoor recreational activity, because it requires lesser space and materials to perform it. So, there is no excuse now for you not to be engaged in active recreation. Sounds great, right? In that case, let us now have dance. Dance has always been a part of human culture, rituals, and celebrations. Today, most dancing is about recreation and self-expression, although it can also be done as a competitive activity. Dancing is an enjoyable way to be more physically active and stay fit. It is a very good cardio workout, and regular participation in dance activities tightens and tones muscle groups and burns more calories. And you can dance in a group with a partner or on your own. There are lots of different places where you can enjoy dancing. For example, at dance schools, social venues, community halls, and in your own home. There are many dance styles to choose from, each with its own attractions. But for today, let me introduce to you Zumba fitness dance. Zumba dance is an alternative indoor recreational activity with fitness benefit claims. It was accidentally discovered by Alberto Bete Perez, a celebrity fitness trainer of Colombia in mid-30s, or I should say 90s. The birth of Zumba came about during one of his aerobic class when he realized that he had forgotten his aerobics music. Quickly, he grabbed whatever tape he has in his backpack. So happened that his takes are those of Latin music such as merengue and salsa, but with his improvisation skill, he was able to create an on-the-spot aerobics class using the non-traditional music. And that's the birth of the dance fitness craze, Zumba. Correspondingly, the exercise dance craze known as Zumba has exploded onto the fitness scene over the last few years. While Zumba was once stood out as an oddity in the world of exercise, easy access to classes has made it a mainstay in most gyms and fitness locations. Additionally, one major positive that has propelled Zumba into the expansion of fitness programs is the ability to serve such a wide variety of people. For children to seniors, there's a Zumba class for everyone. If you would ask me now on how to Zumba fitness dance, I would just say just simply wear your sportswear or active clothing and many workouts online offering fun videos to inspire you to get moving. Now class, after knowing what are the indoor recreational activities that you can have, let us continue to our discussion. What will be the benefits of having these active recreational activities? The first one is the health, the physical, mental, emotional, and social benefits. First one, health benefits. Active participation in indoor recreational activities will be a roadmap to good health and longevity. It will also improve quality of life. Moreover, the continuous participation in active recreational activity will help lower blood pressure, reduce arthritis pain, weight loss, and lower risk of diabetes, certain cancers, osteoporosis, and cardiovascular disease. The health aspect of indoor games and activities is also a big advantage as it helps keep our muscles and bones strong. Next is physical benefits. One of the physical benefits of active participation in indoor recreational activity is movement or improvement of skills specific to a particular game, because the sports or dance you'll be doing will require you to learn some skills that later on become your talent. Second, it gives recreation, rest, and revitalization. Isn't it ironic if we would say that we need to have sports activity after a busy schedule? Well, you heard it right. Active indoor recreational activities will get you relaxed, as physical activity may help bump up the production of brain's feel-good neurotransmitters called endorphins. Endorphin is a good hormone. And for revitalization, it helps to restore you to an active, fresh condition from giving way to sports activity while resting from the things you are busy with. Let us now move on to mental and emotional benefits. The first mental and emotional benefit that you might acquire is release of stress from demands of everyday living. Because while participating in a game, it helps improve concentration skills and ability to manage anxiety and stress. Second, greater personal confidence and self-esteem. By exposing your talents through recreational activities would change passive personal traits in a way to show stronger personalities in society. According to Silverton and Salsoni 2003, the most important part of psychological health is self-esteem, because a weak self-esteem causes psychological disturbances. Lastly, you can also have sense of achievement. When young people feel good about themselves, they operate more effectively and productively in our communities, families, and schools. Remember, there is always a good amount of laughter in having active recreation. Lastly, social benefits. The first social benefit that you can have is bonding with family and friends. It is a great opportunity to have time with loved ones. According to California State Parks 2005, families that recreate together tend to be more closer and more cohesive and have a greater chance of staying together. Next, it will also be an opportunity to make new friends and acquaintances. According to fitnesskid.com, through indoor recreational activities, you will learn to relate with others. You will be able to practice empathy and understanding, factors that are integral in developing social skills. For our last one in social benefit is, it can strengthen social networks and community identity. Social interaction through recreation breaks down unfamiliarity, fear and isolation, factors associated with racism. It also promotes positive contact between different ethnic groups and the broader community. The strength of a community is increased through recreation activities that allow people to share cultural and ethnic differences. Okay. Class, with all the benefits that we have learned, I hope that it urges you to be engaged in such activities. Surely, active participation in indoor recreational activities will help us to be holistically healthy and physically fit. Through it, we can enjoy and spend our leisure time wisely and effectively. Class, to see how much you have learned for today's lesson, please answer Activity 3 as your assignment. Read carefully and encircle the letter of your correct answer to the given statements. To finally wrap up for today's discussion, we had the following topics: active indoor recreational activities such as badminton, table tennis, volleyball, bowling, basketball, and Zumba fitness dance. We also have the physical, mental, emotional, social, and health benefits that you can gain including indoor recreational activities with your everyday lifestyle. All right. I would like to thank you for listening for today's session and see you next time. To my MAPER RTV Tarlac, headed by Sir Ramil and Ma'am Erica, thank you for your help. To Ma'am Mary Ann Sullivan, has been so supportive to me also behind the scenes. To my Don Casimiro IS Bakulong Victoria Tarlac, headed by our Principal Sarius Linsangan, thank you for the support. So once again, I am your teacher, broadcaster, and physical education 9 from Josema Estrada, ending with this quotation from John Locke. He that will make good use of any part of his life must allow a large part of it to recreation. Thank you and God bless.
Alam niyo ba na ang whale shark ay hindi isang whale? Ang whale shark o butanding ay kinikilalang world's largest fish at tinatawag gentle giants. May sukat itong 12 meters. Maliliit ang ngipin ng butanding, kaya naman planktons o maliliit na hipon at isda lang ang kaya nilang kainin. Simula noong 2011, marami nang nahumaling mag-whale shark watching sa Oslo, Cebu. Alam niyo na, yan ang whale shark!
We traveled to Herona and see how big North Shine has grown.
Sa bayan ho namin, nakilala ho kami dahil sa North Shine. Nakita man yun, dati ho, parol capital ho kami dati ng Tarlac.
Alam niyo ba na ang salitang yoyo at ang makabagong bersyon nito ay naimbento ng isang Pilipinong nagngangalang Pedro Flores? Taong 1920s nang dinala ni Flores ang laruang ito sa Estados Unidos. Sinimulan niya ang paggawa nito sa kanyang maliit na pabrika sa California at ipinakita sa mga tao ang iba't ibang tricks ng paggamit nito. Alam mo na, yan ang yoyo!
How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Math Talino Grade 4 learners!
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo
Here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC.
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac.
Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
Broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
your partner in education this time of pandemic.
Magandang hapon po sa mga nanunood at nakikinig ng Aral TarlakHenyo, Project Shine ng DEPED Tarlac Province sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26 at Converge TV 100 na sabayan ring naririnig sa DCTZ 8 to 8 AM Radyo Filipino Tarlac. So welcome po sa ating segment ngayong hapon, ang PSDSR. Ako po si Dr. Marisa M. Damian, PSDS ng Victoria West District, ang inyong host for today, sumasahing papawid live mula sa bayan ng Pura. Kasama po natin ngayon ang mga batikan, mababait, and of course, naggagandahang mga public schools district supervisor from Pura District, Dr. Marilu F. Santiago, and from Victoria East District, Dr. Elsa F. Aguilar. So hello Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa, good afternoon po. Bumati po tayo sa ating mga viewers and listeners ngayong hapon po nito. Ma'am Malu?
Hello, Ma'am Marisa. Magandang hapon. At magandang hapon din po sa lahat ng mga nakikinig at nanonood ng Aral TarlakHenyo, Project Shine. Dito po sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26 at Converge TV 100 na sabayan din pong naririnig sa DCTC 8 to 8 AM Radyo Filipino. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Salamat po Ma'am Malu. Ma'am Elsa?
Hello Ma'am Marisa and Ma'am Marilu. Magandang hapon po sa inyo. At isang maganda, mabuti, magaan at paangat na buhay sa ating mga viewers and sa ating mga listeners sa Aral TarlakHenyo, sa DCTC, 828 AM Radio, Filipino, Tarlac, sa FB Live at sa RTV Channel 26. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
So magandang hapon po muli. Welcome po sa ating segment ngayong hapon, ang PSDSR. So salamat po muli sa pagpapaunlak nyo sa ating paanyaya, Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa. Sa wakas, nakuha rin po namin kayo to be our guest dito sa PSDSR. Kayo po ang pang-finale. We are saving the best for last. Sabi nga natin, with your presence, alam natin na magiging makabuluhan ang talakayang ito at kapupulutan muli ng mga karagdagang kaalaman tungo sa ikauunlad at ikakabuti ng edukasyon dito sa ating dibisyon, lalong-lalo na at dumaan tayo sa pandemya. So, Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa, ito na po yung huling salang para sa PSDSR. The final segment para sa PSDS, our Tarlac, Aral TarlakHenyo. So kami po ay nagagalak dahil kayo ang kasama namin ngayong hapong ito. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, saving the best for last with these two beauties na nasa screen po natin ngayon. So ready na ba kayo, Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa, for this segment?
Yes, Ma'am Marisa.
Yan.
Ready po, Ma'am Rita.
Salamat po. So sa mga nakaraang talakayan po ng ating PSDSR, umikot po yung ating tema sa pressures, measures, and treasures sa iba't ibang distrito dito po sa Tarlac Province. So tungkol sa mga napapanahong mga activities sa school, kagaya ng mga face-to-face classes, preparations, ganun din sa mga SBM journey po nila. So sa talakayan po natin ngayon, dun pa rin po, tutumbukin pa rin po natin yung pressures, measures, and treasures. Pero patungkol po naman tayo ngayon sa mga learning plans and actions ng ating mga schools sa ating mga distrito towards learning recovery. So tatalakayin po natin yung mga ginawang learning recovery plans ng ating mga schools to address learning gaps and losses to achieve quality learning. So sa pagsisimula po, kumustahin po natin yung crafting and preparations po ng ating mga schools sa ating mga distrito. Ready na po ba sila for presentation sa ating mga stakeholders? Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa?
Yes, Ma'am Marisa. Nakakatuwa na ibalita sa lahat na hindi pa man ganun ka-polish talaga yung kanilang mga ginawang LRP, pero nakapag-present na po sila for critiquing sa amin pong distrito dito sa Pura. At nakakatuwa pong ibalita rin na dahil po doon sa collaboration na nangyari, na nag-sharing ang ating mga kasamahang mga school heads, ay napaganda pa po itong kinalabasan ng mga interventions na inilalagay ng ating mga kasamang school heads dito sa kanilang pag-craft ng kanilang learning recovery plan. So, mga suggestions at recommendations po ng ating mga kasamahang mga school heads ay well taken para po sa improvement ng learning recovery plan dito sa distrito ng Pura.
Wow, naririnig natin yung collaboration, pagdating sa preparation ng learning recovery plans sa distrito ng Pura. Nandun din yung critiquing and intellectual discussions among the unit heads ng Pura District. Kumusta naman po sa Victoria East District, Ma'am Elsa?
Thank you very much, Ma'am Marisa. Dito naman po sa Victoria East District, ako naman po ay nagagalak dahil po receptive ang ating mga school heads sa suggestions. In-embrace po nila yung technical assistance na pin-provide sa kanila. So ongoing pa rin po yung kanilang LRP polishing at hinihintay po yung mga signatories for the finalization of the LRP at yung signal ng ating SDS for the stakeholders presentation po.
So narinig po natin sa mga ina ng distrito ng Pura at Victoria East, almost ready na, patapos na, and almost ready for presentation na sa ating mga stakeholders. Dumaan siya sa critiquing and suggestions, recommendations para ma-improve pa po ito. So, I am sure bago po nabuo yung mga learning recovery plans po na ito, maraming challenges na pinagdaanan. Di ba po ba, Ma'am Marilu and Ma'am Elsa? Tama. Kasi alam natin yan, di ba? Short time po, pero ang tagal-tagal nilang plinano, paano nila yan nabuo. Kwentuhan nyo nga po kami paano po nila binuo ang mga learning recovery plans na ito. Ano po yung mga naging pressures, yung mga challenges nila, and also their measures or actions sa preparations nila ng kanilang LRP. Simulan ulit natin sa Pura, Ma'am Malu.
Thank you, Ma'am Marisa. Mauna tayo sa pressure. No? Ako po yata yung unang nag-pressure sa ating mga kasamahang school head dito sa Pura dahil noong sabihin ng ating mga opisyalis sa division office na dapat ang ating LRP ay makatotohanan. Sinabi ko sa kanila, pre-measure ko talaga sila na ang data dapat totoo. Kasi kapag hindi natin ilalabas yung tunay na data, hindi tayo makakatagpo ng totoong solusyon sa ating mga kinakaharap na problema sa paaralan. So, nung sabihin ko na gusto ko ay honest data, talagang pre-measure din nila ang kanilang mga kaguruan na magbigay talaga ng totoong data dahil sinabi namin hindi ito makakaapekto sa kanilang performance. Gusto lang natin makatulong sa ating mga mag-aaral upang ang anumang solusyon na maibigay ay yung kung ano ang nararapat at makabubuti para dito sa pag-recover nga natin ng ating mga kung ano man yung nawala noong panahon na wala tayo sa loob ng paaralan.
Yan, napakaganda po naman. Talagang honesty is the best policy. Pag tama yung diagnosis, tama din yung prescription na maibibigay. So, there should be honest data, reliable data, authentic data. Yun po yung naririnig natin na mga challenges and pressures coming from their pero napakagandang pressure po ito to motivate them to work harder para ma-improve yung kanilang learning recovery plan. Ganun naman po tayo talaga, and nakikita naman natin yung pagsunod ng nandun sa mga kaguruan at mga school heads natin para mapabuti po ito. How about ma'am sa Victoria East District, Ma'am Elsa? Ano po yung mga pressures and measures nila in doing their LRP?
Okay, tama po ang nabanggit ninyo, Madam Marita. Pressure to work harder. Ano po? Talagang big challenge on the part of the teachers and school head ang pagka-craft po ng LRP. Lalo na yung mga data ay kailangang valid and honest. No? Ang result ng learning outcomes assessment. Para ma-unveil po talaga yung mga learning needs ng ating mga learners o yung mga learning gaps na dapat i-address. For the measures or the actions na ginawa po ng ating mga school heads dito sa Victoria East District, nagkaroon po ng professional discussion and collaboration ang mga school heads and teachers in order to arrive doon sa appropriate interventions to address the real problem. At we don't subscribe po doon sa one size fits all. Magbibigay po ng differentiated instruction ang mga teachers, differentiated activities para matumbok po at o ma-address po yung talagang learning needs ng mga estudyante sa Victoria District.
Yan. So, nakikita po natin yung similarities between the two district po, ano. So, yung pagbuo nila ng LRP, nandyan yung collaboration, nandyan yung technical assistance given not only by their superior, hindi lang galing sa district, pero galing sa grupo para ma-enhance yung ating learning recovery. Kasi iisa yung tahak talaga natin. There is collaborative learning and intellectual discussion to unveil, sabi nga natin, yung talagang mga learning needs and gaps, sabi nga ni Ma'am Elsa kanina, unveiling the learning gaps through those collaborative and professional discussion. So nabanggit nyo po kanina, nag-present sila sa schools for critiquing and technical assistance, hindi lang ikikritik ng district supervisor, but through a panel, yung mga kasamahan nilang mga school heads na nandoon, to properly analyze data, at sabi nga ni Madam Elsa din kanina, to provide proper and appropriate intervention. Tama po ba? Tama po ba yung nakuha ko, Ma'am Elsa? Yan. So, isa-isa silang nag-present through a panel and they were directed to a better plan to solve the problem. Di ba po? Narinig natin yung mga salitang learning losses dun sa mga discussion po natin kanina that we need to address and recover para ma-push ang quality learning. Kasi ang aim natin, not just to continue learning, but to continue quality learning. So, na-present po sa atin ng mga learning recovery plans. Ano po yung mga na-observe ninyo na mga common learning losses sa mga schools?
Yes, Ma'am Marisa. Ang common learning losses ng mga schools is yung some pupils cannot identify letters, they cannot sound the letters, no? They cannot spell simple words na yung kahit na yung CVC pattern lang, medyo may problema doon. May problema din sa numeracy. Kahit na basic numeracy, medyo nagka-problema din talaga doon. Halos pare-pareho ang mga schools doon sa pag-report nila ng learning losses nila sa numeracy, and then may problema din sa writing skills, no? Talagang hindi lang doon sa reading problem tayo at saka numeracy, pati sa writing skills ay nagka-problema din ang ating mga estudyante.
Ma'am Elsa, how about po, ano po yung common?
Base po doon sa mga unveiled learning gaps na ang ginamit na basihan ay ang mga resulta ng learning outcome assessment ay patungkol po sa literacy, sa numeracy, at saka po sa science, yung scientific skills. Dahil nga po hindi po nakapag face-to-face ng 2 taon ang mga bata, hindi po talaga focus doon sa scientific skill. So ngayon po, dahil meron na po tayong face-to-face, ay bumabawi po ang ating mga guro at ating mga mag-aaral para dito sa scientific skills. Yung mga ino-observe po nila, yung mga events and the objects using their 5 senses. At na-string po na ibahagi sa inyo yung technical assistance na pinrovide po ng ating regional education supervisors sa ECE na si Madam Rose Ibarra at ating regional education supervisor sa Filipino MTV MLE na si Dr. Maan Ligsay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sa ECE, Ma'am Marisa, ay napansin po ng ating supervisor sa ECE yung paghawak ng pencil ng mga bata. Nagsuggest po ng size ng pencil ang ating PPSBR sa ECE, ang paggamit ng mga jumbo pencil sa mga bata para maayos na mahawakan nila ito, pati na rin sa paggamit ng crayons. At sa paggamit ng kulay sa crayons naman po, dapat ay yung primary at secondary colors po para hindi po ma-confuse yung mga bata sa ibang kulay. Yung combination na ng 2 kulay. Kasi po napansin doon sa naka-post na output ni Ma'am Ibarra, and gumamit ng ibang kulay yung bata doon sa Philippine flag. Instead na talagang blue at red, mayroong shade na blue at red ang ginamit niya. And then sa pagsulat din po, yung pagde-develop po ng fine motor skills at nagbigay po ng mga activities na dapat gawin ang mga mag-aaral para ma-practice yung mga kamay nila sa tamang pagsulat po ng mga letters at mga numbers.
Yan po So, ang ganda pong marinig din yung personal experiences ng ating bisita from Victoria East District dahil kamakailan lang po, last week, nabisita sila ng ating regional team para sa early grade reading assessment. Kasama po doon yung Victoria West District na maghapon nilang inikot to check ano ba yung problema, mga gaps and losses. Yan, na-validate na nga po. And then, aside from that, they provided technical assistance na sinishare po sa atin ni Ma'am Elsa ngayong araw. So, pwede po itong ma-benchmark ng iba na gamitin na rin. Actually, marami po. And magkakaroon po tayo ng pagkakataong marinig din yan sa susunod na mga segment at makakausap natin si Ma'am Marian Ligsay, ang mismong EPSVR natin sa Filipino. So, nabanggit po ng ating dalawang PSDSS na ang common sa mga learning losses natin during the pandemic, ngayong pumasok na yung mga bata are on literacy, numeracy, and scientific skills. Humina ang mga bata natin sa reading, ganun din sa numeracy, at syempre hindi na nila na-apply ang kanilang mga scientific skills, kaya bumaba ang level na yon. So imagine ba naman po ninyo, sa loob almost 2 years na hindi pumasok yung mga bata. Ilan na po kasi yung equivalent nun? Ma'am Elsa and Ma'am Malu, according sa research natin, yung 2 years na yun na loss natin.
Equivalent yun sa 4 years. Nawala tayo hindi naman sa buhay nila, kung hindi nawala sila sa paaralan kasi sa loob ng eskwelahan.
Yun pong 6 months equivalent ng 1 year, kaya po naging 4.
Kaya po naging almost ang dami, ang haba ng hahabulin natin. Imagine po ninyo yun sa mga nakikinig. 4 years yung kailangan nating i-recover para maibalik natin sila sa talagang kung nasaan yung level nila ngayon. Kaya double time po ang ating mga schools na yun through the leadership ng ating mga public schools district supervisor and of course ang ating superintendency to recover those learning losses na nabanggit nga po natin. At tuloy ito rin po yung pag-ikot at pagbibigay ng technical assistance aside sa ginagawang interventions ng mga schools natin. Umiikot po ang ating division, ganun din po ang ating region to provide technical assistance. Sama-sama po ang lahat dito. Sabi nga natin, it takes a village to educate a child. Diba po? So, napakaganda collaboration talaga ngayong panahon ng pandemya. Narinig din natin ang innovation pagdating dito sa mga learning recovery na ito. So actually po, tinalakay ito yung ating learning recovery plan. Nabanggit po ito or napag-usapan po ito dun sa OSTSR nung nakaraan sa OSTSR na ang guest ay ang ating ASTS na si Ma'am Celina L. Vega. So ngayon po yung pinag-uusapan naman natin yung contextualize na learning recovery plan ng mga schools dito po sa Pura at saka sa Victoria East District. Yung actual na preparations po nila at ang kasalukuyang interventions and plans nila in their own context for learning recovery. Na banggit po kanina ninyo yung literacy gap, physically reading, which is problema natin. Bago pa man yan na pandemya, problema na po talaga natin yan. Parang perennial problem natin yung reading. Pero mas lumala siya nung dumating pa ang pandemya. Ganon din, nadagdagan pa numeracy and scientific skills. So ano po yung mga plans? Maliban sa mga technical assistance na naibigay po sa atin ng galing sa region, ano naman po yung mga plans sa ating mga distrito to recover these learning losses?
Miss Maris?
Yes, ma'am.
Sa Pura, aside sa mga innovations na ginagawa ng ating mga teachers at saka mga school heads, yung meron din kasi kaming ini-encourage pa rin namin yung ating mga teachers na magkaroon pa rin sila ng time para mag-prepare ng mga reading materials para iuwi ng bata. Tapos, yung mga reading materials na yon, bago iuwi ng bata, kinakausap muna si parent na kung papaano yung proseso dun sa paggamit dun sa material na iuuwi ng bata sa bahay. Kasi kailangan partner ang ating mga kaguruan at ang kanilang mga at ating mga magulang para sa pagpapaunlad ng literacy ng ating mga kabataan. Doon naman sa numeracy, mayroon isa kaming kasama dito sa Pura District na si Sir Jason Natividad na mayroon siyang innovation sa math na ginawa niyang music, yung isang intervention na yon para mas mapadali para sa mga bata yung ma-memorize yung mga basic facts sa math. Kagaya kasi ni Ma'am Marisa noon, nung siya ay principal, mayroon din po siyang innovation. No? Gusto kong ipagmalatuan na innovation si Ma'am Marisa noon na music ang kanyang ginamit na medium para sa
mapagbasa.
Yes, at napaka-effective noon. So, yun yung mga kasalukuyang mga ginagawa namin dito sa Pura. At pati yung pag-encourage pati namin na kahit na nasa face-to-face na itong ating mga kasamahan, mga bata, yung kung meron pa rin mga bata na naiiwan, hindi pa ka rin kasi talaga 100% na nasa eskwelahan itong ating mga mag-aaral, yung continuous yung home visit pa rin ng ating mga kasamahang guro para maalalayan pa rin yung ating mga mag-aaral na under modular instruction.
Ang ganda ng adhikain, ma'am. Pwede nating ma-benchmark. Talagang effective po talaga based on experience ang music to enhance yung mga gaps na yan. Hoping for their effective and efficient implementation. Ngayong summer na po kasi ang first phase po natin dyan, ma'am. So nakaka-excite. Sana ma-watch ko din po yan kasi galing din ako dyan sa Pura. How about sa Victoria East, Ma'am Elsa? Ano naman po yung mga plans to recover these learning losses na identify po natin?
Aside from the approved na mga innovations ng ating mga teachers dito sa Victoria East District at saka mga innovations na dinevelop ng kanilang mga school heads. Kasalukuyan din po ang pagde-develop ng mga karagdagang mga innovations para ma-address po yung learning needs ng ating learners, not only po sa literacy, pati na rin po sa numeracy. Meron din po mga innovations na na-develop na-adapt sa district at saka sa division. Kagaya po ng mga innovations na kinandak po ng Canaren Elementary School. Yung iba po dyan ay na-adapt sa district at may ilan po na na-adapt sa division level. So patuloy pa rin po ang partnership sa aming mga magulang kasi po hindi po kakayanin ang pagpapatuto sa ating mga mag-aaral kung walang partnership sa ating mga magulang. At sa kagandahan po ngayon, ang Victoria East Central ay 60% po yung face-to-face nila, pero yung remaining 8 school po ay more than 90% na face-to-face classes po sila. Kaya talagang bumabawi po kami sa mga learning losses ng ating mga learners.
Yan. So, learning recovery is real po talaga. Nakikita natin based from the plans na nailatag po ninyo ngayong araw. May common po na naririnig natin from these two PSDS na kasama natin ngayon regarding learning recovery. Narinig po natin sa kanila yung partnership na hindi talaga nawawala, na ini-enhance pa nila as we move on to better normal. Kasi kailangan talaga yan. Nakikita natin ngayon yung role ng bawat isa in delivering quality education sa ating mga mag-aaral. Hindi lang dapat si school, kahit nasa face-to-face pa rin sila, mas na-intensify pa natin yan through partnership with the parents. Kasi nalaman na nila yon, na-experience nila during the time na sila yung mga teachers, nalaman nila yung important si teacher at alam na nila ngayon kung anong dapat gawin para ma-enhance pa yung pagkatuto ng mga anak. Tulungan po para lalong matuto yung ating mga bata. Diba po? So, sa ating mga viewers and listeners ngayong PSDSR, pinag-uusapan po natin yung ginawang paghahanda ng Pura District at Victoria East District sa kanilang learning recovery plans, particularly dun sa mga na-identify na learning losses natin, lalo sa early grade, reading, yan natin, ganun din sa numeracy, and sa scientific skills. Nabanggit po kanina nila Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa yung kanilang mga pressures. Actually, sabi nga ni Ma'am Malu kanina, siya yata daw yung isa sa mga pressures. Pero yung pressure na yun na naging measure to build a great learning, a good learning recovery plan. Di ba, Ma'am Elsa? A pressure to make a measure. Ganun po. So, para sa kanilang learning recovery. So, mayroon pa po ba kayong mga karagdagang mga kwento? Paano pa nila nabuo itong mga plans na ito? O, okay na po tayo. Any add-on po tayo sa mga plans? Meron pa po ba tayong mga nakaligtaan? Meron pa? Sa numeracy po, nabanggit ni Ma'am Malu kanina, meron silang mga music enhancement to enhance reading. Ganon din kay Ma'am Elsa, marami din silang innovation. So naririnig po natin innovations, improving learning materials, building partnership with stakeholders, lalong-lalo na sa mga parents, yun ang susi for us to recover. Yun po yung mga practices ng PURA and ng ating Victoria East District para ma-recover yung mga losses natin sa nakaraang pandemic. So, salamat po Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa. Malaking bagay po na marinig namin sa inyo yung inyong mga best practices at mga intervention na surely pwedeng ma-benchmark yan. Actually, nirelate ko po yun. Maganda po yung music at saka yung ibang innovation na learning material na inadapt na rin po namin, Ma'am Elsa, dito sa district. Na makakatulong din po, hindi lang sa dito sa ating division, maging sa ibang mga division din dito sa ating bansa. So, sabi nga natin, sharing is caring. Nagkaroon man tayo ng 2 years closure, kayang-kaya yung habulin because of the responsiveness, innovativeness ng mga pinamumunuan po ninyo. And through, of course, with your leadership. Diba, ma'am? Ayan. So, gusto ko man po kayong tanungin pa at marami pang gustong tanungin. Umabot na po tayo sa oras. It's already 5:28. Salamat po muli sa inyong pagpapaunlak. Tuloy-tuloy po yung ating dekalidad na edukasyon. Pero bago po tayo magwakas, kunin ko po sa inyo yung mga treasures ninyo mula sa mga pressures and measures na naranasan natin in the preparations of the Learning Recovery Plan. Ma'am Elsa and Ma'am Malu.
Okay, Ma'am Marisa, nabanggit po ninyo yung mga treasures. Siyempre, ang treasures po namin dito sa Victoria East District, ang aming mga committed and dedicated teachers, mga innovations na mga dinevelop dito sa aming district, at pag-adapt din po ng mga learning materials na galing po sa division para magamit po dito sa aming district para lalong mapaunlad at mapaganda ang kalidad ng edukasyon dito sa aming distrito.
Yan, tuloy-tuloy ang dekalidad na edukasyon sa Victoria East District. How about sa Puro, ma'am? Ano po yung mga treasures ninyo in the preparations of the learning recovery plans?
Okay. Marisa, kagaya po ni Ma'am Elsa, siyempre itong ating mga kaguruan talaga ang ating treasure dito. Kasi hindi naman talaga natin magagawa ang lahat ng ito kung hindi dahil sa ating mga able and dedicated na mga teachers. Plus, meron tayong mga efficient and effective din na mga school heads na talagang sila din yon yung nag-push na magkaroon talaga ng magagandang programa at magkaroon ng magagandang interventions and innovation para itong problema talaga natin ng mga learning gaps na brought about by the pandemic ay ma-address na sa level na talagang kung saan sila kinakailangan. At nakakataba ng puso na ma-discover yung mga potential na mga teachers sa paggawa nga ng mga innovations na hindi natin nakalain kakayanin pala nila yung mga yon. Kagaya sa paggawa nga ng mga interventions na ginagamitan ng musika, yung nagka-contextualize sila ng ating curriculum para mas maging suitable sa ating mga mag-aaral, ay nagawa po nila yon. Plus, itong ating mga kasamahan na LGU dito sa Pura, hindi po sila nagkulang. Walang pagkukulang sa suporta sa edukasyon dito po sa distrito natin. So sa kanila pong lahat, ang amin pong taos-pusong pasasalamat mula sa DEPED family ng Pura.
Wow. So thank you po muli, Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Elsa. Thank you for sharing with us your district's pressures, measures, and treasures towards learning recovery. Learning recovery is real po talaga. So before we end, hingin po namin kayo ng isang mensahe para sa ating mga nanonood at nakikinig ngayong araw. Ma'am Malu, unahin ko na po ulit kayo. Ayan.
Okay. Sabi ko nga lagi ako yung pressure ng aking mga kasamahan dito sa Pura, pero lagi ko po kasing ini-instill sa kanila yung data-driven intervention is still the best medium kung paano ma-address lahat ng mga problema natin sa education. Be out in the open. Kasi sabi ko, hindi naman ito makaka-apekto sa performance ninyo. Ito po ay magiging instrumento kung paano talaga matutulungan ang mga kakulangan na nangyari noong panahon ng pandemya na wala sa atin ang ating mga minamahal na estudyante. Sabi ko nga, problems can only be solved if you disclose what has been hidden. Kaya kailangan po maging honest tayo sa pagbibigay ng mga informasyon at data para po sa ika-solve ng mga problema natin sa edukasyon. Salamat po.
Yan, napaganda. May takeaway pa tayo mula kay Ma'am Malu. Ma'am Elsa?
Ma'am Marisa, thank you very much po. Nais ko rin pong idagdag doon sa treasures po namin. Siyempre, yung pong walang sawang tulong po at suporta ng aming mahal na local government of Victoria sa pamumuno po ng aming municipal mayor at mga SB members. Pati na rin po ang partnership na ibinibigay, walang sawang partnership na ibinibigay ng aming mga magulang. At syempre, ang mga school heads sa kanilang masigasig na pamumuno at pag-lead sa ating mga teachers para ma-realize po natin ang ating goal, no? Para magkaroon ng dekalidad na edukasyon. So, ang ating pong mensahe sa ating mga guro, mga school heads, at sa ating mga learning partners, panatilihin po nating maging malusog ang ating mga pangangatawan, parating ligtas upang matagumpay po natin maisapatuparan o maisagawa ang mga pinlano po natin sa LRP. Sabay-sabay po tayong aangat, sabay-sabay po tayong babawi para ma-address itong mga learning losses na nangyari sa pre-pandemic at saka sa panahon ng pandemya. Lahat po tayo ay aangat sa awa ng ating mahal na Panginoon at sa tulong ng ating mga stakeholders. Yan, isang magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at maraming salamat.
Yan, napatunayan natin na basta't sama-sama, kayang-kaya. Kung gusto, maraming paraan. Walang batang maiiwan. Sabay-sabay po tayong aahon, sabay-sabay tayong babangon para sa bata, para sa bayan. Salamat po, Ma'am Elsa and Ma'am Marilu. So ito po ang inyong lingkod, Marisa M. Damian mula sa Victoria West District. Nandito po ngayon sumasayang papawid sa Pura, Tarlac. So, angat Tarlac, rise Tarlac, shine Tarlac. To God be the glory. God bless po sa lahat. Good afternoon po.